Team, we have 5 more minutes, so let's have some chit chat in this 5 minutes. Meanwhile, everyone is joining. So, could you please tell me how your emotion is currently? How do you feel? With the emojis, you can use the emoji option to share your feelings, your expression. Like, how do you feel about today's session? Yes, I can see some happy faces, some laughs. Okay, that's great. That's great. So, how was your last session? Did you enjoy? Did you got any learning? Was it fruitful for you? Great. You are pretty active participant. Um, so we have more than 64 participants currently, and meanwhile everyone will join. Let's start with the session and start looking one by one everyone presentation. So let's start the session. So good afternoon everyone, and thank you all for joining today's open house session. We are truly excited to see your overwhelming responses to the task we shared. The kind of effort and participation you are putting in this particular task is exactly what makes this journey meaningful. Do keep this energy going, and because there are many more learning opportunities and activities coming up in this stage, and you will be receiving regular communication about them. So be active, and I will give you a gist what is going to be happening in this particular session. So we'll start by inviting few of you, and one by one you can raise your hand and you will come to this particular platform and present your problem statement which you have created by presenting your screen. And don't worry, this is a safe space to share whatever you have learned and you have created. Along with that, we have Jitendra sir with us today also, who will be observing your presentation and giving you feedback. He'll help you point out any gaps or areas where you can improve. At the same time, I'd encourage everyone else to stay attentive because you will learn a lot from each other and you can use those insights to refine your own ideas and slides. And toward the end, we'll open the floor for Q&A and where you can ask your questions and clear any doubts. So I will give the stage to Jitendra sir. He can start with the open house.
And thank you, Shruti. I hope there are no new participants. Everyone is from the previous session. Is there anybody who has joined today first time? Okay,
Purva
Purva.
has.
Purva, you are coming first time? Okay. Anybody else? So, Purva, are you joining alone or you have any partner, anybody who is collaborator with you?
Sir, I have a team, but they haven't joined yet. Yesterday, I attended half of the session, though.
Okay. Okay, so you are aware of what we are talking about.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And have you worked out your problem statement? If you have got any time or you have gone through the session based on
Yes,
that.
sir. I made a PPT and sent the PPT to ma'am.
All right. Okay. Anybody else? All right, guys. So you are aware of what we have discussed yesterday, and Purva, you have also fair amount of idea what is being discussed here. So we have got very interesting response. We have got almost like 190 some response to our assignment, which is a very good sort of participation. And out of those few of presentations we are going to discuss here, our idea is not to evaluate at this stage all the presentations, but to have some idea about some glimpses of how you are working and where all some sort of like feedback can be given for improvement. The feedback will not only be from my side, but you can also contribute to your friend's presentation. You can suggest if there are anything which need to be looked into, need to be corrected, or need to be added in their presentations. So that way, it's going to be a participative sort of like activity. Presenting your work to your group or to your larger group like this is always beneficial uh, in terms of getting feedback first. Second, you also test your idea. Sometimes you, while presenting and after presenting, you get to know that there are certain areas which require to be improved and all. So those possibilities are possible in this type of platform only. It's a very good group, I would say, because having 200 some members coming together, working on certain objectives is a very, very good group. And there is a coordinating system which will help you to connect with each other. So that way, the platform is really worth utilizing it, at its full sort of like capacity. This is a very start of the very first few sessions we are going to go through, but as you move further, you will get to know a lot of like new concepts, new ideas about how to take this initiative forward. And that way, those who will be working with the system, will be working along with the system, will be benefiting extensively. So that way, I will suggest that you participate as much as possible. Try to learn from each other, as Shruti has also mentioned, and try to explore others' ideas also in terms of how others are thinking, how they are performing, doing. So that way, it's a great way to learn. So today we are going to have five presentations, and from those five presentations and the feedbacks, we will try to understand how problem definition and problem statement should be done, and then we will summarize by opening up for all other questions. Jay Kumar, you have some queries. You have raised your hand.
Okay, sir, I have sent the PPT
Okay.
and I am ready to present also. Anyway,
So
I haven't.
we are not going to
Okay.
take we are going to take random presentations. So I'll
Okay, sir.
request Shruti to show the screen. Then we will call the person who has submitted that because it's very difficult to choose five
Okay, okay, sir.
presentations.
Okay.
So let's go by randomly choosing. We'll have some discussions. Shruti has gone through all the presentations. I have also gone through some of them, but not all. So I'll leave it up to Shruti to select five those who will be coming forward, and then we will have a discussion. Please don't feel like your presentation is not there. That means your
Okay,
problem is
okay, sir.
not being
Okay,
discussed. Yeah.
okay, sir. Thank you. Okay, no problem. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So shall we start? Shruti, can you share the screen and then we can move further?
Yes, yes.
So which one you are selecting first?
So, Team Retina Third Eye. Is Team Retina Third Eye here? Team Retina Third Eye. Can you unmute yourself, Team Retina Third Eye? Okay, in case they are not here, we can move forward with another. Medlens AI. Team Medlens AI. Anyone from Team Medlens AI? I think so. Those who have submitted the presentation, they're still about to join.
All right. So
Okay.
maybe we can choose from those who are present here.
Okay.
So randomly, I will.
Then we can start with Jay Kumar if he's so
Okay.
confident about his
Jay Kumar.
presentation.
So you have got
he might encourage others also with his presentation to come up and speak up today.
Jayakumar, you can share your screen.
Okay, sir. But I haven't seen the share option. How do
Let me just make
change?
you presenter. Let me just make you presenter. Wait.
Uh, o-
Yes.
okay. Anyway, I didn't see an to share my screen.
Now you can see.
Okay, present. Okay. So, okay, I can present now. Okay.
Yeah.
Is my screen visible? Okay, thank you. Good evening, all. My project name is Universes 1 and its context
Jayakumar, we can't see your screen if you are presenting.
and
Hello.
background is as follows.
So Jayakumar, I think there is some issue with your connectivity. So shall we wait for some time for Jayakumar to join, and in the meantime, anybody else who want to share, please put your name in chat box. Top 5 we will see.
Sir,
The
can
major
I share?
Hello. Let me just.
reactive one. When we prompt only, they will. But this is an
Hello,
proactive
Jayakumar.
and
Can you hear
reactive.
us?
Okay, sir. Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
hear us? Yes. So your
yeah,
screen
yeah.
is not visible, and we are. You might be having some
Oh,
network issues.
okay.
That's why we can't hear you properly. Could you please reshare your screen if you have net, a good network connection?
Okay. I didn't see any
So there is
problem.
some.
It was visible.
I think so. Jayakumar is having some trouble with his network. We can move forward with another presentation. Meanwhile, I'll just ask Jayakumar to rejoin in case with some other network.
So we have
Is it visible
Mundavar,
now?
Aishwari.
My,
No, Jayakumar, we are not able to see your screen. So maybe you can work out
okay.
the
Okay.
background settings, and then we can look at your presentation later.
Okay.
We can
Okay.
invite
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Mundavar, Maheshwari,
Yes, sir.
and after that, BM Harshit Kumar.
Yes, sir. Can I start, sir?
Okay, then Rohit Shesai. Rohit, you are on screen. You will be joining after Harshit Kumar. Then Rashita, then Astitwa. Okay, so Dhanush, we will have to wait. We will not be able to cover all the presentations. So maybe Dhanush, you can join next session when you will be coming with next level of like challenge. Yeah. All right, please start with your presentation.
Is it visible, sir?
Yeah, we can see, but can you turn the screen Can you please turn the screen and make it full screen, please?
Uh, Mundavar, you can like stop sharing your screen. I can present it for you and you can
Okay, ma'am.
see it.
Thanks. Sounds good.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir and ma'am, and good evening to all the participants here. And my idea is about FitMart. It includes fitness and mart, like groceries or everything. Here, here I will be implementing one app. In that app, the owner will like the customers will be doing some task like exercise or some meditation. They will be doing some task according to that app task. So after doing the task, they can get discount from the app. In the we will be providing some task in the same app. In the same app, we will be providing some products. So if they complete some task in the app, after completing the task, they can get offer on that app only with some discounts. So the customer can get profit through profit in health wise and also wealth wise. So they can get profit in health and wealth. Now the owner will get profit by the app usage app how, like customer, how much time the customer is using the app, how many times he is using. By that scale, the owner will get the profit. So in this manner, the owner can get profit and the customer can also get the profit. Nowadays you can see so many apps, but one app will include only one benefit, like of products or something. If like in this Fitmart app, the customer can get two benefits. They can get benefit in health wise and wealth wise. So my aim is to benefit the owner and customer. um, as we will be implementing some AI tools like to identify whether the task is done by human or AI. It is done by any AI tools to verify that. This is all about my idea, sir.
So how do you define your problem? Can you go to the first few slides?
Yes, sir. We see problem like many focus on health, or some focus on only on wealth side, like to save money. But in this app, they can save both. Like they can save money and they can lead their happy life with uh, like by doing exercise, healthy life. So my problem is to create one website. I don't have knowledge like coding or anything, but I have this idea, like including some AI tools. I don't know how to include that AI tools in that app, and how to market this, how to start. My problem
Okay.
is that.
Okay.
I hope you
So
understood my.
no, no. So my feeling is like here in the context. I think best part is when we are taking up a problem which is going to be taken up at an enterprise level. You are going to lead your enterprise based on this problem. I think you should broadly understand what is the severity of the scenario. Let's say you can say that those who are not going for exercise or maybe health conscious behavior in whatever way, fitness, wellness. So
Yes, sir.
that way you can possibly mention how many people suffer from different type of diseases because of that, what type of mental health issues because of not exercising, or
Yes, sir.
those wellness issues. Those numbers are very easily available outside. If you
Yes,
search
sir.
for those numbers, you can say that in India, how many people really actually do fitness activities,
Yes,
and what
sir.
type of fitness activities people do. How many people are not able to do because of certain reasons. Those reasons could be possibly uh, the access to facilities or motivation or maybe something else. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And by narrowing down, you can present the larger scenario as if it is meant for your problem solving sort of like objective. Yeah. So when you say that, okay, these many people, these many type of complications, these many issues are required to be addressed, then you can very easily say my solution, my website, my application would be able to resolve this issue in a very easier, simplified, more user-friendly manner.
Yes, sir. As we are giving offers, they can get motivated to do fitness exercises like that.
So you present your problem in that way. How many people really look for offers? How many people look for motivation either in the form of celebrity promoting something, or maybe in the form of benefits after having fitness sort of like routine, or maybe something else.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
But if you are presenting your problem convincingly here, then people will be interested in investing their time, money, energy into your solution.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So please go to the next slide. So maybe here you can, first slide, you can mention about what is the scenario, what is the severity of the problem. Yeah. The problem and who it affects. Lack of motivation to exercise is the problem.
Yes.
Difficulty maintaining health habits is a very big problem because of human nature. We constantly need motivation to remain in certain type of routine exercise activity. No reward for staying fit. Yes, definitely no visible reward because every time people want to see drastic changes happening in 1 or 2 days of time. So that's not a thing which is happening here. So it requires a lot of patience, a lot of convincing, self-convincing, or maybe a lot of effort to remain glued to the schedule. So that way, reward has to be in some different format. It affects students, working professionals differently. The large mass is your possible client. Yeah. And why you're calling it a social problem? There are gyms, there are fitness centers, they are already doing it. What is your idea? That you can present in next slide. And how it qualifies to be a social problem. Please go to the next slide. So I need to be solved. Okay. So maybe you can say it's a social problem because the country is having a lot of burden of health related issues. Country
Yes.
is not in a position to resolve those issues in a simplified manner. We cannot create hospitals, we cannot create medicine supplies in a easier manner. And to counter any type of disease or pandemic sort of like situations, it is very important that people should remain fit. More fitter the audience, more fitter the population, lesser health requirements will be there. So that way it becomes a social problem. Otherwise, any gym can promote this type of idea, can possibly create some business model and can earn money out of it. But your idea is to motivate. Even you can possibly, when we will be moving forward, when we'll be looking at the market, we can also look at who is your target audience. Are you targeting rich people who can afford gym at their own place, or maybe they are availing gym facilities from outside, very sophisticated one, or mid-income people who are still able to do something by walking, running, and all, going to nearby parks and somehow doing something, or those who are absolutely deprived. They don't have time, neither money nor time to do any type of exercise, and how they can possibly get into this sort of like practice to make themselves better and fitter. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that way you have to look at problem in a very different perspective. It cannot be just straight away simple problem statement. Yeah. Nobody will take this idea. If your problem is so simple and it is looking like every day you can solve it and every day it will come back.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So please refine it and resubmit it. We will definitely go through it again. But I think you should put in more effort to understand what is the background, why it is such a severe problem, what will happen if it is not solved, and who is going to suffer? Individuals? No, not only individuals, but whole community, whole society, whole country suffers because of the poor health problems. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
country's GDP gets affected if large population is not well. We have seen this in our pandemic time. Yeah. So if country is able to fight back, if country is fit, healthy, and in good condition to work, then country's GDP will definitely grow well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that will make it a problem which will look like such a big problem that it should immediately be solved. People should be so motivated that not only you but other 3-4 groups will also change their idea and will jump to this problem. Yeah. So your
Okay, sir.
problem statement should be so powerful. Okay. Please go further. Okay. And then solution will be you will be tracking, you will be motivating, you will be giving reward and all. This is good. Yeah. You can work on. See, uh, any way possible, like in terms of like creativity, there are multiple ways you can solve the problem. But your problem definition should be absolutely precise so that you'll be able to get way out of this to solve the problem. Yeah. Stay fit, earn reward, live better. It's a good tagline. I think you have worked out the tagline best, but I think work on your problem statement as well.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Is it okay, sir? What about the idea? Can I go through forward or
You're saying the flow of your problem statement. You're saying
no, sir? About idea? Is it like
it's a good
this
idea.
concept?
Yeah, yeah. It's a very powerful idea because country really requires people to be fit.
Yes,
Health
sir.
related problems, non-communicable diseases like the hypertension issues or cardiac issues or diabetic issues or issues related to maybe obesity. These are very prevailing issues in our health sector domain. A lot of people are solving these problems by creating health services, hospitals, or maybe different ways of monitoring health and all. Your approach is basically cure it before it becomes a problem.
Yes, sir.
So that way it's a very powerful problem. And country requires, I think 3-4 days back we were having Yoga Day. Prime Minister initiated this idea that the whole world should celebrate Yoga Day on 21st of June. The idea is to promote yoga for better health, more fitness, better wellness. This is the larger idea. The country is pushing this idea across the world that people should be fitter and they should not be seeking healthcare requirements if it is not because of certain other different reasons. Yeah. But fitness can definitely be achieved without investing any big amount, uh, and one can be possibly fitter, better, and can enjoy life. Yeah, if they are adopting such type of practices. So you have a lot of reasons, a lot of support, backing. You have a lot of backers there to take this idea forward.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next, who's going to go next?
BM Harshit, he said, can I present? Harshit, are you there? Hello, Harshit, can you hear me? Okay, then Rohit also said, I'll go next.
Yeah, Rohit.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so let me share my screen. So is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, we can see. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Can you put it in screen share mode?
yeah, okay. Yeah.
There's a trophy button at Right downside corner, at right corner.
Yeah. So my idea name is Wing It. It's a quick commerce kind of idea. So let me start from context and background. So in India, e-commerce sector has grown into one of the largest, last mile delivery networks in under a decade. Like, it is a innovation at start, but it slowly turns out to be, for our nature, because platforms like Swiggy, Zomato, Blinkit, Zepto now collectively deploy nearly like 1 million active delivery riders per year across every single Indian cities. They operate 300 plus days a year, burning fuel and producing harmful chemical gases throughout some of the most densely populated urban scapes of our India. So yeah, but there is a fact which is this network is the backbone of the sub 30-minute delivery model of the quick commerce system. So this is the background and context. And the problem is the fleet collectively emits an estimated million tons of every not, which is petrol two-wheelers emit also the carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxides and other unburnt hydrocarbons at levels disproportionately worse than every single car produces per kilometer. So yeah, it degrades the air quality in the neighborhoods they operate in the most. So if we look closely, this problem is structurally difficult to solve because those riders are not employees, they are gig workers. So the platforms like Swiggy and Zomato have no direct lever towards the riders to make them mandate and switch to EVs, like a cleaner alternative. They don't have any direct contact or influence upon riders. So it's a pretty precarious situation there. So, yeah, while this is happening, the volume of orders also keeps growing, which is the urban residents are the people who are most affected by it, like elders, children. Alongside them, the riders themselves are affected by that, which is like, exposed to the uh, exhaust emissions for hours without any pathway to change their situation. So, okay, this is the problem who it affects. Yeah, okay. Proposed solution. Wait, yeah, why it needs to be solved. Well, just last year, Swiggy alone added 301,000 riders in a single year. Every year, without a scalable zero emission alternative, locks in more pollution, which is, yeah, regulation is also approaching. NITI Ayoj under Shunya campaign has recommended mandatory EV transitions for gig delivery riders by 2030. So, and platforms without a credible solution will face both policy risks and reputational pressure. The fact is, we have that solution already. The drones are already booming. We have the technology, but only problem is the absence of drone system designed specifically for our Indian urban environment. And the proposed solution in user benefits. So my idea is wing it, just like Blinkit, wing it. So like, yeah, deploying drones instead of riders. So wing it is a drone delivery system built for Indian cities. Electric drones are dispatched directly from the dark stores, like quick commerce dark stores, and navigate urban airspace with a stack of sensors that can detect and avoid the typical Indian cityscape, like hanging wires, buildings, and obstacles like trees, etc., etc. And yeah, packages are lowered via a winch, so that drone doesn't need to land anywhere. The packages can lower through a winch mechanism, and it can deliver to balconies, narrow streets, wherever the customer needs. So yeah, it's also cleaner, and also the fact is This cuts 80% of the carbon emission per package compared to a petrol vehicle like two-wheeler, and also roughly 1/3 of the climate impact it produces, the drones produces, than the counterpart, which is the petrol two-wheelers. So yeah, Wingit actually does not require India to change consumer behavior or platform economics. It replaces the most polluting part of the system quietly from the infrastructure up. That's my idea, sir.
All right, so I think you have very rightly presented the severity of the problem. How the riders alone can contribute or are contributing to the environmental pollution.
Yes, sir.
And solving problem in the pollution problem by looking into segments of vehicle is a very good approach. By doing so, you will be able to possibly counter some of the problems which are created by one segment. Let's say people who are driving alone is one segment, or that let's say people who are driving only one type of car could be one segment. That way, you have identified very nicely one of the segment which can be targeted easily. But the problem also requires to be addressed in terms of like adoption, in terms of how it is going to be taken up by the people who are already on the road, who are already invested in bikes, who are already delivering different type of packets. How it is going to possibly address to other legal requirements, let's say flying drones in city areas, the challenges of drone getting failed or getting on somebody's head or something, or maybe not delivering to the precise customer, could possibly be other popping up problems. So you'll have to look into that. Maybe on one part, when you're talking about the pollution figures, you can also highlight that how the traffic congestion, the road related challenges because of the riders, because they drive very fast, sometimes they are too many in numbers, they're parked in one location, all those type of problems you can possibly highlight. Also, the challenges which are faced by riders in terms of how those riders are facing pollution and dust issues. So those are also one of the audience who is getting affected because of their own vehicles. That could be one way to understand how problem is severe. Possibly you can talk about the challenges of their own accidents, and some of the cases deaths are also happening. The riders are getting died because they are meeting with accident because of the road conditions and all. So that way you can mention those type of things. The solution could be any, maybe in terms of like automated flying systems, or maybe docking and some sort of like delivering code systems or something. Those could be worked out. But I think it's an idea which really need to be very convincing when somebody is looking at it.
Okay.
That way you can refine it a little bit, but I feel it's a good approach.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you have possibility, when you're saying how problem is going to be solved, you can show some sketches so that people will be convinced that how the problem to solution journey is going to be taken up.
Like it would be better if I showed them the visual data.
There is a possibility that towards the end you can say that, okay, if Wingit is the solution, then how it looks like.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah. Or maybe you can give some glimpses, because you are not presenting your idea completely.
Yes, sir.
You're just giving an idea about what is your problem statement and how this problem statement makes for a viable sort of like social innovation.
Okay.
Yeah. So that could be a possibility.
Yes, sir.
Any comments from others, the other students who are looking at similar type of ideas or maybe have interest in this type of domain? Any comments from others?
Like, I don't think that it is possible to deliver parcels in India with the drone.
Why?
It's because, it's India is very messy, and if you first of all, if you when you are thinking to doing this in metropolitan city, and the like gathering and rush of the metropolitan city, and you know the children's of just be and I will give you the answer of the founder of Zomato. If you are delivering the parcel from this drone, if somebody is using Gulair and it's putting down it in, and your charges of drone is higher than the parcel, right?
Okay. Any counter argument with?
Well, see, to navigate through the Indian case, which is just like commonly found as hanging cables, trees, and posts, electric posts. To counter them, the drones will be having a stack of sensors like lidar, radar to counter them and detect the obstacles. And can you repeat the last one that you said? The owner of Zomato said
I
something.
yeah, yeah. I know that the answer you gave. That definitely I assume that that's why I gave you my answer at last. That the owner of Zomato, he didn't give a break answer of the same question. He said, just let me tell you in his language only. अगर आप ड्रोन से डिलीवरी करोगे तो आप जहाँ पे हमारे इंडिया में बहुत बच्चे होते हैं जो गुलेर को यूज करते हैं. ओके, यू नो द गुलेर. It's
I'm a South Indian.
okay, you're South Indian. Okay, it's a
Yeah,
V shape
that's a
wooden.
slingshot.
There is a, yeah, there is a rubber tied in between of it. Yeah, string shot you can say. And if your drone is around like 2 to 5 like, and you're delivering your parcel of 200 and 300, and somebody hit your drone and it gets fall down, and your loss is there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. So
just
actually, I
just a
can counter
casual
this with,
answer. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, if you
Slingshot.
are saying that if anyone throws anything at the drone, it will fall down and creates a slingshot. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
actually, that problem is not about the drones, but about the behavior of people. Like they will be like, you know, why should they throw anything at the drones?
Why will not do? Because it's India.
But
That's what I'm saying. Because you well know the behavior of Indians, right?
Sir, can I share
It's
something?
It's fine. That's a social problem, I think. It doesn't affect how this
Sir, can I,
problem will solve the problem. So,
Yeah.
sir, can I share something?
all right. So no. Yeah. Nanush, you're saying something.
Uh, yeah, actually, the probability of hitting drones with stone is too less when the delivery is the most. The probability of delivering something through drones will be more. While drones were hidden through stones, nobody like if I place order, my like beside no one will know that I placed the order and they should hit with the stone. Usually, this is not it's a serious comment to place. Even it's India or America, people will be naughty.
okay.
That's not.
Where are you? Where are you from, Dhanush?
Yeah, I'm from Bangalore.
Oh,
Okay,
that's a
guys, take
so
USA.
your
can I
point.
ask a question?
Okay. Let's stop here.
Can I?
Take your
Uh,
text and talk to each other. So point was not to say that whether problem is valid or not. Point was that how your problem statement can provoke or maybe bring in ideas which are in and around your problem statement. So Rohit, you have to be prepared in terms of like how you are going to counter all these things, and those answers should be there in your problem statement. Yeah. A
Okay.
lot of time it
Yes.
happens when ideas are new, unique, ideas have never been tried. There will be questions like this. And nobody thought of like mobile phones will be delivered. Nobody thought of shoes will be purchased online. Nobody thought of specs will be made or purchased online and delivered without having any testing, without having any personal sort of like fit and other things checked. So that way there are possibilities of doing anything which is really required to be done. Drone delivery is not a new idea nowadays, but I think it need to be commercialized in right manner. If you're saying daily drone delivery might be an issue, medicines or maybe organs or maybe something which is going to be delivered uh, remotely in distant sort of like locations. This is definitely a possibility, and it is becoming a possibility now with advent of more sophisticated, more advanced drones. So that way, problem can be solved. Yeah, but you have to have a problem statement or the problem identification in a right manner. If you can convince
Okay.
that the problem of delivery vehicles and the pollution which is causing because of the delivery vehicles is a severe one, then this could possibly be the alternative. Yeah. So
Yes,
first
sir.
thing first is like, what is your problem? Are you presenting a problem which is related to pollution because of
Yes, sir.
certain type of vehicles, or are you presenting a problem which can be solved with some alternatives and can make life easier for all of us?
So
Yeah.
it's a problem related to pollution. And
So
also,
pollution can be solved by electric vehicles. Pollution can be solved by maybe more sophisticated delivery systems. Yeah.
but
Problem.
according to SDGs, promoting smart infrastructure throughout a country is also good for the country.
Work it out how you are going to present this idea and how people are going to be convinced with the idea, how investments and how safety of drones and everything is going to be addressed will be the second part.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, first part is like whether it is such a severe problem or problem is okay if it is remaining in and around all the bikes and scooters which are being used for delivery. As long as people find no other alternative, viable alternative for this problem, they will keep running the system the way it is going.
Okay.
Yeah. So bring in a statement which is really powerful to make people feel that okay, this need to be done immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But it's a very interesting problem to be solved. Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
work on it. Yeah.
Actually, there is a brand called Sky Air that has already done the same thing in Delhi and Mumbai.
Okay.
So,
No,
but
it's not
they,
a new. No, no. I'm saying I'm convinced. It's not a new idea, and
yes,
it's
sir.
not that. And it's not that the idea cannot see a day of light. It's definitely doable, viable, and it's possibility in coming few years that everything which is delivered nowadays will be delivered by drones. Is a possibility. Yeah, but you have to work out mechanisms.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So, like how it work and
So how one is how severe the problem is and how drones can solve that.
okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Next group. Next presentation. Are we going to take
Astitva. Astitva, can you hear me?
Achha, there was a
Yes, ma'am.
request by Harshita.
Yes.
Can
Do
you
you
hear
want
me?
to?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can.
Achha, guys, I also read somewhere somebody is outside on the road and
Yes,
is
sir.
trying
Yes,
to
sir.
make
That's
a
me,
Astitwa.
Astitwa.
So,
Yes,
boss,
sir.
please be safe. Hope you're not driving
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm
and
safe.
you're on the
No, I'm
safer
not, sir.
side
I'm
of
not,
the
sir.
road.
Right, sir.
Yes, sir.
My
Yes,
name
sir. I
is
am.
Rashika, and I had already given my name before Aswita Kumar, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, then let's go with Rashika.
Yeah, can I continue? Yeah.
Yes. Please share your screen. Also, between that, I would request everyone, we understand the excitement you are holding to present your idea and receive the inputs around that. But also, you need to understand the purpose of this presentation and meeting is not only getting inputs then and there, but to learn that there is no good or bad idea thing like that. There is, if you are solving a social issue, it can holds a low number of percentage that it impacts or a high number of percentage, but the objective of this session is to help you understand the structure, how your problem statement should look like, rather than is it a good problem statement or bad. So identify the elements that sir is speaking that should clear, and it should make your presentation compelling, like the kind of research he's talking about, or the pointers he gave. The purpose is those 4 pointers that should be consistent to make your presentation more uh, lively, more problem statement should come alive. So that's the purpose. In case you still feel left out, or in case you are not able to present today, uh, your presentations are already shared with sir. It is with us. In case we feel like any input should be given to you, we'll share it with you through the mail. Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'll go ahead now. So before I begin with announcing or telling you about the product itself, I want to start with the context and the background of the issue. So we already know that India's healthcare system has a very wide range of environments that it serves, right from urban cities that are super populated, dense, very metropolitan type, and then we also have remote rural communities on the other side. So the movement of critical medical resources, they remain heavily dependent on traditional road transportation up to today. They so factors like urban traffic congestion, poor rural connectivity, difficult terrain, and natural disasters can all delay the delivery of these life-saving resources, which create a lot of problems that can impact both healthcare providers as well as patients. So before I explain the exact product, I would like to announce that my general problem here is that healthcare providers cannot often move these critical medical supplies or drug products or diagnostic materials between these facilities quickly enough, which results in treatment delays and reduced healthcare efficiency. So the problem relies on the fact that there's a lot of reliance on road-based logistic systems and traffic congestion in urban areas. And in rural areas, we have poor connectivity, and their geographical locations also play a large part. The people who are affected, patients are affected most probably, and healthcare workers, hospitals and clinics, laboratories, and public health systems are the most affected parties. The studies on rural healthcare accessibility in India identify that long travel distances, poor transportation network, and difficulty in geographical terrain is a large reason as to why proper healthcare resources aren't being transported to them and they aren't receiving the healthcare that they do require. In fact, the statistic is that 44% of the states fail to meet the primary healthcare coverage norms, and a rural primary healthcare center serves about 33,800 people, which exceeds the recommended standard of 30,000 people. So the current healthcare landscape on rural areas where 65% of India's population lives is below normal, and urban areas, due to the heavy traffic congestion, delayed emergency deliveries, the cost of delayed healthcare often exceeds the cost of delivering these healthcare needs efficiently. So because of this, there's a large impact. Like I said, the medical delivery delays, and due to that, there is delayed treatment, which leads to a higher health risk. And at the end, it leads to a higher social and economic cost for the patients. The solution here is DroneX, which is an AI-powered autonomous drone network that delivers these critical medical supplies to either underserved rural and congested urban communities in a faster, safer, and more efficient manners. This is so that an ideal scenario, which is where a healthcare system where, regardless of income, geographical location, and other factors, the patients are provided with the necessary medication and equipment that they might need at the efficient time of manner, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Rishika. Yes. So as compared to maybe Rohit's problem, you have addressed a problem which is specific to medical sort of like condition, medical uh, sort of materials, maybe medicines, organ, or any similar sort of like supplies.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So how severe is the problem?
So right now,
Can you go back to the first slide? The severity of problem. Okay. So what is your key sort of like domain where you want to address the problem?
So
Are you
right
going to
now,
talk about medicine supplies, or are you going to talk about maybe other materials?
so right now for rural areas, it's mostly medicinal supplies. But in urban areas, it could work as a system between private hospitals or hospitals and laboratories so that they can transport the necessary materials in a quicker manner, sir,
Hmm.
rather than relying on traditional transportation systems.
Okay. So do you have any data like how severe is the problem?
Sir, I do not have the exact amount of data required. I will do more research on it today, but
Yes.
right now the statistic is that primary healthcare centers, which are the main sort of hospital or healthcare needs for most rural areas, only about 44% of all the states, they meet the traditional standards for what a primary healthcare center is supposed to carry in terms of medication, resources, and all. And with the statistic that over 65% of India's entire population lives in rural areas, it's very important for us and for the healthcare centers in those areas to be top notch and to follow the standard required. So, in cases where you can't transport medication to them at appropriate times because of the difficult geographical terrains in which they're located at, taking it over in the air where there is not that much of an interruption would largely reduce the time it would take, sir, and therefore it would
Absolutely.
lead to a
Yeah.
lot of.
No, benefits are good, but I think set the context more precise. In terms
Yes.
of like rural accessibility issues for medicine deliveries, you can mention about the distances between health centers, maybe the scarcity of medicine and the scarcity which is created because of the transportation system and distribution systems. Those possibly you can do a sort of like chart where you can say that okay, where all because of the transportation the medical deliveries get affected.
Yes, sir. Noted, sir. I'll
And
do
then you
that.
can mention about the rural distances could be one. The difficult terrains could be one. So one is distance, one is terrain. Third is the continuous supply. Because many times it happens that supplies are required to be done at a very quick sort of like manner. But mostly supplies happens in a larger package system. So if it is 10 centers, then possibly one truck will go and then keep delivering everything.
Yes, sir.
Rural areas cannot be done the delivery cannot be done in a very specialized manner, like one truck going with some very small packet of medicines, or maybe because of the weather conditions, terrains, because of flood, because of maybe difficult sort of like geographic locality. All these issues also make the situation more severe, or maybe some emergency. Let's say somewhere some accident has happened in a rural section and everything cannot reach on time. So in
Yes,
those
sir.
scenarios, at least basic facilities reaches there, first aid kits or maybe quick sort of like aids can be provided in a faster manner. Could be one
Yes.
of the possibility. Yeah. So that
That was
is
actually the original
build.
idea, sir.
So my suggestion is like build that scenario. The way you have visually presented it here, maybe you can talk about those specific issues which can be addressed by the drones.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes,
that
sir.
then your context will become more established. Then going to the next slide. Go to the next slide. The problem and affected parties. So that is elaborating your context. Next. The impact you're talking about. Okay. Then bring in the solution. What is the solution? What you really
So,
want to
sir,
do with your
the
system?
solution I was talking about here is that the DroneX, which is the healthcare logistics network that is surrounded by drones, it delivers all these products, and because of the deliveries, it makes there a lot more benefits that it provides, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yep. So you can stop now. It's a
Yes, sir.
really good problem to take up, and it's a really doable area because funding in this domain will not be a problem as compared to Rohit's problem. Because in Rohit's
Yes.
scenario, the people who are the stakeholders, basically the owners of bikes, two-wheelers, they will be in trouble. The new drones which are required to be purchased, either to be purchased by the platform providers or to be purchased by the delivery guys by switching their bikes. That way, it will be a more problematic sort of like scenario. Whereas in your scenario, the drones can be purchased by government,
Yes, sir.
or
That is
maybe
the
the hospitals, or maybe the NGOs, or maybe ambulances running agencies,
yes, sir.
and they can possibly look into some model where they will be able to meet the cost and make some sustenance out of drone systems.
Yes, sir.
So viability is there in both the scenarios, Rohit as well as Rishka. Yeah. But the context is very different. In one scenario, the context is basically to look into the medical supplies, and in other scenario, it is more of a general delivery, which is a day-to-day need. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Who's going to go next? So we have two more people, Astitva and Harshita. Are you presenting?
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, Astitva.
Yeah, okay, I'll present. I'm really sorry about that. And also, you might hear some road noises in the background. I also apologize for that. Uh, Screen start now.
Do you want me to present?
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you all see my screen?
We can. Can you?
Okay. Yeah. Is it? Ma'am, is it better?
Yes.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I would like to present my idea, which is Jal Rakshak. So, basically, main issue with water is that people don't know if the water they are consuming is contaminated or not. Until someone doesn't get sick from it, until it does not become an issue, there is no one checking it. There's no one checking if the water supply areas are contaminated or
We lost you, Astitva.
water. And most of the villages, like as you can see, I've mentioned, there are six
Hello, Astitva. I think so. You are
service
having
development.
network
90% of the
issues.
waterborne diseases are linked to the rural water supply. Okay.
Hello,
Is it
Astitva.
audible
Can you
now?
hear me?
Yeah, am I
You
audible
are
now?
audible. Let me just present my screen in case
Yeah.
because of presentation you are having this trouble.
Yeah, ma'am. I'll just stop presenting then.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So, yes, sir. So, can you go to the slide?
This one. Hello, Astitva. I think so. You are having some major network issues because of traveling. I think so. You are having trouble with your network. Let's continue with other participant.
All right. Yeah.
So anyone else? You can raise their hand if you are.
So Harshita Kumar.
Dhanush has
Okay,
raised his
Dhanush.
hand. You can
So
start. Yes,
Dhanush,
sir.
presentation is the last presentation. Then we will have some quick discussion.
Yes, sir. Can I share my screen?
Yes, Dhanush, you can share your screen.
Yeah, ma'am. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
So, I should tell about my background first. I'm from an agricultural background, and I'm doing MCA in Bachelor and Tech career instead of agriculture, only because farmers don't get a fixed price for crops. So, my project is Raita Mitra, connecting farmers directly to the customers. India's agriculture supply chain is broken actually. Like there are many issues when, like, at present market tomato price is around 450 rupees a box, like 15 kgs box. When it passes customers and retailers, when it reaches the customer, when it reaches the customers through from farmers to customers, like the price is around 700 to 800. So neither the farmers are usually benefited through this, not the customers. So the major issue we are focusing on is, like, here the farmers are affected and the consumers are affected due to the high prices. The transport providers who doesn't have a continuous, like, for example, every transport provider takes their vehicle on loan, so they should pay their EMI. If they need to pay EMI, they should work regularly. But due to this no, markets and not continuous production of goods, they can't get a continuous loads. So they are facing problem paying EMIs. And when it comes to farmers, like farmers usually get high prices sometimes, and very low prices sometimes, and a medium price. It depends. Like farmers have decided, if you have luck, they can earn good money in agriculture. So I don't like keeping this earning factor to luck. So if we try to uh, so this is the major issue. We should solve the loss faced by the farmers and over expenses for the consumers. When it comes to uh, the usual way to solve this, I'm working from almost 1.5 year on this prototype. I can present you if there is a need. So I'm an MCA student. Technically, this is possible, and as from agricultural background, so there are few crops which are done through agreements, like cotton and sunflower seeds. These crops are like seed providers establish an agreement with farmers. They establish an agreement that this will be the price we take your seeds, and this is the amount we give you. This is the percentage we provide you. They tell it before the crop. So we cultivate the crop. We give the seeds to the persons who provided seeds. We'll give back the, like, when it comes to cotton, seeds have more cost than cotton. So we'll provide seeds. They will give certain amount as a percentage for the cultivators. So this can be done for other vegetables also, like dal. Sorry, sorry to joke. So dal is a regular dish in Bangalore PGs because there is no consistency in market price for vegetables. So dal has become the, like, daily food. We can say that it's a daily curry. We can say that dal is a daily curry in Bangalore PGs. So majorly people get gastric trouble, other health issues due to this single meal, single type of meal. So we can emerge in contract with PG owners, a group of PG owners, and a group of farmers. We can emerge in uh, we can emerge an agreement. We can set up a bond through our platform. We can emerge a bond. We can we can do mixed farming, produce goods, and supply to PG PG or apartments. So such areas we can supply. And the supply chain, the person who need to carry the goods from customers, farmers to consumers, the travel people will also be benefited. And actually, farmers, as is from farmer background, I can tell there are two kinds of farmers: safe and risky. Safe people always cultivate safe crops with low budget friendly, but few times even that crops will not succeed to the expected prices. And the other category is risk farmers who cultivate for 10 acres, 15 acres. They target for sky. If they get a particular price, crores of money, usually crores, not lakhs. Yeah, there is the real example in my family. So if the luck is good, good amount. If the luck is not good, then it's other side of the coin. So we majorly target the safe farmers who are interested in doing mixed farming. So they're very willing to establish an agreement to the like consumers and PG owners and apartment people. They need vegetables daily, so there is no issue in that case.
So,
And
Dhanesh, what problem you are really solving? Are you solving a logistic issue? Are you solving farmers?
so this is
Getting
benefited in both sides,
market
sir.
issue?
No, this is not about market, sir. Like market goes up and down. This is the major issue for farmers, sir. So one plant of tomato is 1 rupee 50 paise. This will be same 1 rupee 50 paise even the tomato price is 1,000 rupees, or this will be the same price when the tomato price is 500 rupees. The price of production, the budget we are implementing on agriculture will not change, but the income we generate from the agriculture will change. So this is the major issue that farmers are facing: high expenses but no guarantee for returns. So we'll emerge a platform which balances this.
All right. Okay, work around the economics, because economics says whatever is produced, if it is not consumed right, then it is going to be a waste. If there are no buyers, if there is too much of supply, buyers demand is not there, the
So
prices will
we
definitely go down,
so we are
irrespective whether it's a farmer or it's a car manufacturer.
so we are emerging an agreement, pre-agreement, that the farmer will produce this much of production for months, sir, on demand of like consumers.
Okay, no, it's an interesting area to look into, but it's a very practical area. And how why it happens that the production guys are not selling products in a company? Why there is a separate department for sales and marketing? Same thing happens when farmers produce. There are different people who are selling those produce. So my suggestion, I'm not looking into how you are dividing these two roles. I'm just saying, by putting these models, what problem you are trying to solve? Are you trying to solve assurance of supply or assurance of market, or fixing a price and then getting farmers supported, backed, or whatever?
Sir, we are forming a major issue, traditional issue which farmers are facing from years in India. The consumers can't buy particular goods when the price is too high. You are maintaining a balance price range for both the producers and the consumers.
Okay. Look into the problem from a more broader economic perspective, I think, and then define the problem. Because if everything is fixed, then there will be a different problem. Yeah, let's say if you're fixing price, or if you're assuring farmers certain type of benefits, then when market will fluctuate and when there is a right time to sell your products and you are getting cheaper prices, let's say tomato prices have gone up.
Yeah.
In present market scenario, if farmer is selling because of the contract is forced to sell you for 10 rupees, market price is 40 rupees, then farmer will feel ki why I have did a contract, why I have gone with you and I'm not selling at 40 rupees but I'm forced to sell it to you at 10 rupees. When
So
market is
usually,
down, definitely farmer will be happy to sell you for 10 rupees when market prices are 5 rupees.
sir, there are two mindset of farmers, sir, who aim for sky, for happy on ground. So the contract is for happy on ground farmers, sir, who don't need to take risk.
Okay, no, not an issue. But look into, so present your problem in that way. Yeah, you're talking about problem of transporter. In the first slide, you're talking problem of the farmers not getting right price. So maybe you can filter out those very clear specific issues where farmers are facing issues and what you are really going to solve for. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's an interesting problem. I really feel farmers are the biggest sufferer in the whole supply chain because of the uncertainty, because of the challenges of maybe market related situations, because of the government's policy and all other different factors.
Yes.
A lot of research has already happened, but nobody is able to solve this by creating one or the other way of like looking into farmers' issues.
So this is already emerged in the case of cotton and sunflowers. So I'm trying to emerge the same concept to vegetables.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Any other person who want to present? If there are anybody who.
Yes, sir.
So Vansh,
It's
what
Vansh.
problem you are solving? Like, let's look into if we have any different sector coming in, then possibly you can take your presentation.
Yes, we are definitely solving some two different domains. One is
Okay.
in e-commerce and in edtech. So I'm going to pitch you first for the e-commerce trend.
Only present one which you really like to work on.
See,
Rarely it will
definitely,
happen.
sir.
Rarely it will happen that entrepreneurs are working on two problems together. If they are not
No, so
interrelated.
yes. So we are two friends. We both two friends are having two ideas, and we are working both together. So we have given to my friends priority first, and we are working on his idea first. So if you will ask me to, but I will present his idea today.
No, you can present one idea which you both are working together.
Okay, so definitely I'm going to pitch this e-commerce one. So sir, hi. Let me share my screen with you. So is it visible to you, sir?
Yeah. Yes.
So, sir, my name is Van Singh. I'm a first year BSc Computer Science student, and with the experience of almost 3 years in business development team leader. So, this is Gmart. Gmart made its local digital marketplace. Gmart is a Meerut-based e-commerce platform launched in 2020. Operates as a multi-category marketplace, including grocery, fashion, beauty, stationery, services, and essentials. Provides a digital storefront for local business and vendors, designed to bring the convenience of online shopping to customers while supporting a local customers. Its vision is to enable major business to participate in the growing digital economy. We are having a gmart.co.in website, and we are solving the problems mainly. Local vendors are small business and may struggle to stabilize an online presence due to limited technical resources, market reach, and digital infrastructure. So affected stakeholders will be local vendors, customers, and local economy. Local vendors, limited online visibility, dependency on physical store traffic, difficulty competing with the large e-commerce players. So customers, lack of awareness of nearby local sellers, inconvenient access to local products online, limited option for discovering neighborhood businesses, and local economy, reduced digital participation, of small business, loss of potential local revenue and opportunities. Why this matters, sir? E-commerce adoption is increasing rapidly among consumers. Small vendor risks losing customers if they remain offline. Digital marketplace can expand business reach beyond walk-in customers. Supporting a local seller strengthens the region economy. Unpaid platforms creates convenience for both buyers and sellers. Current gap is existing large market focus on national scale sellers, while many local business still lack a dedicated platform focus on migrant and nearby communities. So Gmart solution, a hyperlocal e-commerce platform that connects migrant customers with the local vendors through a single digital platform. Key features: vendor registration and store management, multi-category product listings, online coding, ordering, local marketplace ecosystem, mobile app access. Currently working on benefits for vendors: increased visibility, new sale channels, digital business represents. For customers, convenient local shopping, wider product availability, support for local business. So, prepared by Sivu Madural, is the founder, and RN Raj member.
All right. Yeah. Vansh, what is
Yes.
unique in your problem statement?
So, its uniquity is see, Joe, generally we are solving and we are empowering the current vendors. Like here you can see local vendors, they are not having a it is like
There are already platforms. No? There are a lot of such platforms which are connecting local vendors to reach out to larger markets or different
no,
markets.
sir. Like they started with that, but at last they have settled their own what to say, warehouses. Like Blinkit, they also started with the
No, I'm not
partnership
talking
with the
about Blinkit, but there are like many such attempts have happened where people have
yeah.
tried to connect with local vendors, tried to supply things which are coming from the regional sort of like produce, and
Yeah,
then they are trying to
mainly
sell
these
to
things,
local people.
mainly these what you are saying, these are only done by the e-commerce platform which are not providing the product at the same day delivery. Okay, just like we are delivering in the same day, and we will be having the partners, our local vendors will take over the order and will deliver to them in the same day. And the same thing which they are doing are companies like Zomato and Blinkit. They are having Blinkit, they are having their stores at every places. Now they are not they are what they are not taking part with the local vendors.
Okay. So how your approach is unique than others? What you are seeing here in this scenario is different than what others are not able to see.
uh, okay.
So my suggestion, see, these are the common questions which people will be asking you at the later stage. When you were saying that we are providing this solution, they will always ask these questions. That should be cleared in your first exercise of defining your problem. Yeah.
Yes.
So when you are saying first question is like why you are focusing around local supplies and how locals can possibly connect with the right business uh, sort of like opportunities. That is the first question you should answer. Second question is like why people have not been able to do it so far. Why even Blinkit when they talk about a lot of like connecting locals and eliminating challenges of locals reaching to the right customers, why they are not able to meet those requirements. You can look into that and you can address that point. The third would be how your solution is unique, either by providing right pricing, right solution, right approaches, easy to adopt systems, or maybe low cost, quick delivery possibilities, or better visibility, better connect. You have to address to all these things. Yeah. But has
Okay.
to be merging in your problem statement.
Sir, by providing offline vendors with the online platform and connecting them with the marketplace, we are giving their existing business and online presence, sir.
Okay. So what is the challenge? Why it is not happening right now?
So it's not happening because every time they are not having the accurate stock with them.
Okay.
So that's why
Availability of
Blinkit also
supplies.
started. Yeah, Blinkit also started at the starting with partnership of the local vendors, but the rate of what to say order cancellation has increased because of
Okay.
that only.
So look
Yeah.
into all these things because see, if something has not happened so far, that means either people have not seen it, the possibility, opportunity, or people have already tried and tested it and it is not working out. These are the two reasons. Okay. Your innovation can lie in both the
It's
areas or one of the
so
area.
it's yeah.
Yeah, so your innovation could be possibly in the area where others have not been able to solve it, but you are doing it. Like Blinkit. When
Yeah.
Blinkit started, they realized that 10-minute delivery is going to be a big game changer. Before that, they were delivering at a very slow pace. I think, which one? Grofus.
Growths.
No, what was the Blinkit before Blinkit? What was it called? Grofus.
Growths, I guess.
Yeah. So they scrapped the brand, they scrapped the whole business model, and they created a new business model which assured 10-minute delivery. Their their first assurance, first sort of like this thing, was that everything which can be provided from the platform will be provided in 10 minutes time. It will not take half day, 1 day, 2 days time to reach you, which
But definitely
Amazon
they
has
are.
not been able to solve so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
And others have also, Zepto and others have also tried to copy the same model, which Blinkit started. So that way innovation happened at the point where delivery was becoming a problem, not the availability of products. In your scenario also, are
So
you
uh,
okay?
yes,
Are
sir.
you trying to
Yeah, proceed.
identify the vendors who are reliable, who are going to provide products in right way? And then second, are you going to provide that delivery in the quickest possible manner? You have to solve these two possibly, in my understanding.
So currently, like we are live and we are doing it.
So what is unique in your
Hello.
solution? What is unique in your problem
So
statement,
our
problem understanding? Okay, that you should work out. If it is a common problem and problem which has not been solved so far and people don't want to take it up, then what is the reason you want to take it? And why you feel that you will be able to solve it and others are not able to solve it?
So we are giving delivery support and online existence, sir.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm not saying you're
And
I'm
even so many so sorry actually so many e-commerce companies are taking high commission charges, and we are not doing that,
okay.
and they kill the offline business, sir.
Okay. There are too many
Yeah.
offerings. You have to work out how you're going to work around all these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, no, I'm not saying it is not possible, or I'm not saying that this is not a great idea. This is definitely a pressing problem right now. But point is like, what is the real problem? What is something which
So,
is affecting
yeah.
you, and what is something which people have also understood but have not been able to solve so far? Okay.
Yes, so exactly. The Blinkit also understood. That's why they continue with the stabilizing their own warehouses in the local
Absolutely.
area,
Yeah, yeah.
because and the problem is they cannot tell the vendors to fill every time they fill with your stock, right? So that problem they face, and because just you said that 10-minute delivery, it is just only possible by their we're having own warehouse.
Yes.
I guess you got my point.
No, no, I know the problem. See, supermarkets are
Yeah.
not able to sell vegetables. Whatever be
Yes.
the setup, supermarkets are not finding it viable to sell vegetables. And every time new initiative, either by Reliance Fresh
Uh-huh.
or maybe somebody else,
Mhm.
they all face the same problem.
So
They are not able to sell vegetables.
so
and
that's why we thought we'll onboard local vendors and whoever is having their product, and
Okay.
will fill the requirement from them. Yeah,
Yeah,
it will be if
yes,
yes,
yes.
sir.
I understand. My point is like bring in your problem statement with that much of clarity. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Definitely, we'll come.
So
Next time
that
we'll
you
come.
will find it easier to deal with questions which will be arising at a later stage.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, sir.
Okay. All right. Any questions? Now we are open to questions. If there are any other questions which we will be able to take up, we can have a quick discussion. I would like to recap on what we have discussed yesterday, just to bring in a clarity and share with you what has been discussed so far, so that you will be able to basically uh, you'll be able to frame your questions right, and you'll be able to bring your problem statement more precisely. Yeah. So yesterday we discussed what is the problem statement in any social innovation context. Description of ideal scenario. Guys, I'm saying do a extensive research and please bring out the ideal scenario which is required there. In medical deliveries, the availability of medicine is the ideal scenario. If medicines are not available, that means there is a problem. And this situation we want to basically address by providing medicine supplies in a drone system. I'm just taking one example. Or maybe in other drone scenario, how deliveries are causing pollution, how deliveries are causing road accidents, anxiety, and other issues with delivery guys. How customers are also facing problems because of the delays and other challenges of approval and this and that. Possibly ideal scenario could be a system which can directly deliver at your doorstep. Is the way ideal scenario can be described. The context and background, you can bring in all the data which is available, which is relevant to your problem statement. Okay? This is the area where you can convince a person that problem is really severe and it has to be solved. So by bringing in data, you are saying that so many people suffering, so many problem in the market, so many unsold products in the farmer's end, at the farmer's end, or maybe the farmer's anxiety and their other issues which are causing because of the fluctuating market scenarios and all. You can establish this context by putting in numbers, by putting in figures which are relevant to the scenario. It helps you. So when numbers tell the story, you don't have to convince people too much. If they realize, okay, large number of masses, 1 crore farmers are suffering because of this problem. It's a very big problem. Yeah. And everybody will agree that this problem really requires to be solved. Okay. Or maybe you're saying local producers are dying. They are not able to sell their market there, so the businesses are dying and they are not able to sustain for long. Is the problem that locals requires to be connected with the new supply systems? That's a good sort of like way of looking at how this problem and how this is becoming a social problem, that local vendors are getting affected because of the quick delivery sort of like services and all. Then presenting gaps, issues identified. So gaps are in terms of like farmers are not getting right markets, markets are not getting farmers directly connected with them. Agents are required, but they are causing a lot of like trouble by increasing prices or because of the delays or because of their own other issues. The gaps are very easy to identify. When your context is set, when you see the ideal scenario, the gaps will be visible to you. The issues caused by the problem is the problem which you are going to solve here. Okay. So issues could be like farmers' challenges, farmers' loss of interest in farming, farmers' larger disconnect with the farming processes, or maybe farmers' immediate problems like lack of profitability, lack of efficiency, too much of wastage, and all those type of things you can present as like your clear, direct problems. Why it need to be solved? The problem statement itself can explain very easily that why the problem requires to be solved. If farmers are not interested in farming, if farmers are not earning money the way they can possibly earn through some other ways, maybe by doing some other jobs, it's a major issue, and this is the reason that is need to be solved. Yeah. You can also bring in factors like productivity loss in the farming system, or maybe wastage because of the food wastage and all, because of the lack of direct connect with the consumers. Those type of things you can bring in. More creativity is required in terms of how you visualize the problem. Are you seeing the immediate effect, or are you seeing the long-term effect? So that way, those connections can be established here. What could be the solution? Is the innovative idea which you can present here, but definitely there will be a lot of like iterations, a lot of like processes which is going to go as you move further. You can give a broader idea as of now, and then you can work on the nitty-gritties of it. So that's not required that absolute clear picture of like what you are going to do is going to be here in the problem statement. As you move further, you can possibly bring in some sort of like experiments, prototypes, and then actual executable sort of like product will come. How it would benefit the system, you can talk about it. And here investors will be interested in their money. The other support systems will be interested in looking into the other scenario of like social development or impact in the society and all. So that way you can look into interest of multiple bodies and you can present those ideas in the context where you are presenting. Okay. So that way, and we have discussed this also, that it will bring in clarity, it will bring in focus, it will help you to take your work further. So that way problem statement is very, very important activity at your journey of social enterprises. And this will help you to bring in more clarity, more right approach, motivation and all, if you have your problem statement well worked out. And this is something which we discussed yesterday, that why it is required and how you can possibly take help of it. I would like to bring in another example which we have been discussing for a very long time. Government has been pushing, a lot of NGOs, a lot of like social bodies have been talking about single-use plastic, and we are not able to resolve this issue, even though government sometimes goes and put some sort of like checks in the sabzi mandis and all, and they catch hold of people who are selling or maybe using single-use plastics. But by all regulations, by all motivation, or by all promotion, the idea of single-use plastic has not gone out, and people are still using those plastic bags for their day-to-day requirement. So when we define the problem of single-use plastic bag, what we can do, possibly we can define why single-use plastic bags are so popular, why it is required in given place. The benefits and popularity of single-use plastic bag is not only because they are cheaper, but they are easy to use. Consumer find that if they are not carrying anything, any handmade bag or something, they'll be able to go and ask the product, and along with it, they can ask for a plastic bag because it is cheaper. Shopkeeper feels okay, I can give one plastic bag for one of the product which you have purchased. Second is like the cost is low. Second is it is easy to use. So anything can be kept inside, maybe vegetables, maybe clothes, maybe anything which is even up to some extent. The liquids can also be stored in plastic bags and you can carry liquid safely to your home. So that way popularity is not just because of money or not just because of any other factor which is comparable with paper bags or maybe cloth bags and all. Plastic bags give you a lot of alternatives and a lot of possibilities of not only usage, the quick purpose, but also branding and promotion and everything can happen in plastic bags. Okay. The challenges we need to understand, like what it is doing, what harm it is doing, and those challenges can possibly bring the context more clear in your initiative. Severity of challenge. Yeah, so why this is so severe a challenge? One biggest challenge is like recollection of plastic bags. Second is how the problem of recycling, how the problem of discarding it right, yeah, how to segregation and maybe sorting of it can be done. So that way severity can be explained in that way. the future consequences, why this problem is so critical, why we really need to solve this problem, how the problem is addressed so far, and how addressing the problem in a new situation could possibly be explained here. Defining benefits, popularity, you can say simple, versatile, durable, waterproof, transparent, hygienic, lightweight, cost effective. All these are the factors which make plastic bag popular. Challenges posed by single-use plastic bags, environmental pollution, marine pollution, microplastic contamination. Yesterday somebody was talking about microplastics, Pritesh was talking about it. Then resource depletion, climate change issues. We are seeing that plastic bags are here and there everywhere. They are affecting the soil sort of like properties. The plants cannot grow in the soil if plastic bags are there. So that way they pose a lot of challenges. Health issues causing because of plastic bags, because of plastic bag burning, to get rid of plastic bags, or plastic bags getting contaminated or getting stored in some sort of like pits and all, is causing a lot of environmental challenges. On the other hand, the human issues of plastic bag are related to collection and segregation. These are very thin and lightweight, so that becomes a bigger problem to collect. There is no motivation to collect plastic bags because if it is thicker and heavier, then possibly recyclers will be interested in it. Material complexity, it doesn't get biodegradable sort of like property easily. It is harmful if it stays there in soil for long. If it is destroyed and getting converted into microplastics, then goes mixed with the water or soil and contaminates both. Lack of infrastructure to recycle it is a big problem. Even if it is available, the collection is possible and all, how we are going to recycle it is a big challenge. Yeah. So then limited end market, if you recycle it, how you are going to use that recycled plastic? There is limited use of it. People want virgin plastic. They don't want reusable recycled plastics. The environmental impact of recycling is also very high. So it's not easy to recycle plastic bags in the wild also. Severity of challenge, economic losses, cleaning up cost, waste management cost, because you have to collect it, you have to segregate it, you have to then put it into right sort of like bins and then process it. It's a cost against plastic bags which are so cheaper. Yeah. Loss of tourism and revenue. Because of plastic bags, there are a lot of pollutions. People don't want to go to places where plastic mess is there. People identify places cleanliness by seeing the amount of plastic waste present in those areas. Impact on aquatic sort of like environment. The fishes are suffering, the agriculture is suffering, the aquaculture is suffering. So that way it's a cost. Healthcare cost of plastics is very, very high and there is no solution to it. Environmental losses are also there in terms of different type of layers of losses we are facing every day. How the problem is being addressed so far? We have limited alternatives. This is one way the problem has been solved. We don't see any other alternative that plastic bags can be used in different ways. Which has not happened with steel, which has not happened with aluminium, copper, or other material metals. Paper can be recycled easily. So paper collection guys come to our place, they give us some money, maybe 10 rupees, 15 rupees per kg paper cost, and then they take it back to the factories where they are made into pulp and then recycled paper is made, which is not happening so easily with plastic bags. So it's a problem in terms of like having right sort of like alternatives or infrastructure. So limited regulatory framework, our regulation systems are not efficient. They are not able to stop people from using plastic bags. They're not able to force people to not use plastic bags, not only in terms of like loose plastic bags, but also the multi-layer plastic packaging in our chips packets and all. These are bigger problem than single-use plastic bags. So inadequate waste management infrastructure, lack of innovative solutions and initiative is a big problem, and we are not able to solve it because of that. Limited public awareness and education. People don't want to understand, people don't want to adopt to a practice that they should not ask for plastic bags. Sabzi mandi guys are forced to give a plastic bag because if they don't give, people will not purchase vegetables from them. So that way, it's public awareness which is more critical problem than any other problem. Global trade nexus, which is pushing a lot of like petroleum products to make plastic products, and one of the byproduct is polythene bags also. Technological limitation of recycling is a big problem, and more research is required, which we are not doing that sort of like in scale. Lack of international coordination and cooperation is one of the challenge. How you are going to address the problem? What is your idea of doing it? You should present it. So what is the innovative approach in that, in terms of collection or recycling or whatever you are doing? What unique features you are trying to bring in when you are practicing this, or when you are developing enterprise around this? Experiments and resources which are going to be used here, you can possibly talk about it. And you can talk about possible outcomes, reasons for taking it forward, ways to sustain this initiative, larger impact and outcome of it. You can talk about it, and then you can present this idea. Yeah. So that way, one of the approach of like how you can develop your problem definition, and then you can bring in your problem statement. I'm going to share with you some of the problem statements. The very popular one of the problem statement coming from Lenskart. Sometimes back I came across this statement when they were saying Lenskart primary challenge. Their problem statement says their primary challenge is to provide high quality, affordable IVS to diverse customer base. The first statement which they are claiming here is like when they are established, when they are not pitching for funding and all, but when they are established organization, their problem statement looks like this. Provide high quality, affordable IVS to diverse customer base. They are saying the customer base which is requiring IVS, they are able to provide them good quality and affordable IVS, while ensuring a seamless, convenient shopping experience. They're not only talking about product, but they're also talking about experience which consumers can have. The company aims to address accessibility issue by offering competitively priced products and enhance convenience through an easy to use online platform. So it is not only about quality and affordance, but also accessibility to those products in a competitive price. So before Lenskart, the products which were available in market were very costly. Lenskart, in some way, they were able to provide good quality specs at a much cheaper price initially. Okay. Enhancing convenience through an easy to use online platform. The platform which they developed was not only making sure that people are able to experience whatever product they are going to buy and how they should basically process it, so that people will get confidence in buying specs online. They also strive to cater to individual preferences of offering a wide range of customizable frames and lenses. Lenskart is also committed to educating consumers about eye health and ensuring the reliability and quality of their products. So that way, the organization talks not only about product, their quality, pricing, but they're also talking about consumer awareness and how consumer can possibly benefit from their offering. Another example which we have discussed yesterday also, Narayana Hridayalaya, it aims to tackle the critical issue of inadequate access to affordable quality cardiac care in underserved and economically disadvantaged community. So they are talking about community which is not able to afford a good quality cardiac care. That same can be provided with a affordable sort of like solution in a quality sort of manner. So Narayana Hridayalaya not only looks into a solution, but that solution is affordable and with good quality. It says many individuals in these communities suffer from cardiovascular diseases but are unable to access necessary medical services due to high cost, lack of facility, and limited awareness. So these three are very critical sort of like domains which they are trying to address: the high cost, lack of facility, and limited awareness. The challenge is to develop and implement innovative health solution. Now they are talking about solution which is innovative in terms of making the advanced cardiac care accessible and affordable for all. If you have studied, if you have seen their detailed sort of like videos, they talk about how they have reduced cost of doing cardiac care. So any bypass surgery, any stent sort of like this angiography surgery, these surgeries have been provided at a cost unimaginable. Yeah? By doing good business model studies and then adopting those models, experimenting with business models, bringing in creativity in doing those. So that way it has become such a unique sort of like model that every other cardiac care system want to adopt to it. Yeah. This involves leveraging technology, adopting cost-effective treatment methods, building network of accessible health facilities, raising awareness about cardiac health. The goal is to improve cardiac health outcome and enhance the quality of life for individuals in underserved community by providing comprehensive, affordable and high quality care. So statement provides you multiple layers of information so that audience will be able to understand what is their intent, what is their objective, what is the severity of challenge and how those challenges are being addressed in this enterprise model. So that way you can make use of this for understanding how this can be taken forward. Is clear? Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. So this is for the day 2. If we have any questions, quick questions we can have, or if you have any queries, you can write to Shruti and we can have a discussion. If there are any specific query, I'll be able to address them during the break time when we'll be meeting next. Before that, I'll be able to address to them. And please keep working on your problem statement. It's very interesting exercise. It gives you a lot of clarity about whether you should take up this problem forward, how you should work on it, how you should possibly build it in such a way that you are having best clarity before you get to the next step. So that way the idea of problem statement, problem definition, discussion was to address those issues which are going to come up at a later stage. And if that clarity is here from the beginning, then you will be able to solve multiple other problems at a later points.
Thank you, sir. Before concluding the session, there's one question asked by one student and always raised by students that if you can answer, and then we can close the sessions.
Okay.
And no need to worry, students, because the next session also will be of Jitendra sir. Whomsoever wasn't able to present in this particular session, there are more session coming on and we can connect on those particular sessions. So the question was, we have 4 ideas, so we are confused about which one to select. Could we get some personal guidance on this? Like everyone is confused that they have like 2 or 3 ideas working on along with something, and then they are confused what to choose, which one to continue with. And also in one of our session you have saw that people that our student has this, that we have 2 good ideas simultaneously in one time.
So it's a common human issue, I would say. When you have choices, you get confused. When you have multiple lucrative options, you always get confused, or you find it difficult to make a decision that which one to choose. So my feeling in most of the scenarios when you have such type of challenges, you should go by 2 approaches. One is like what you are liking to solve. What is something which is closer to your heart? A problem which is closer to your heart will help you to solve them in a better way. A problem which is not closer, which you are not owning, which you are not buying, which you are not convinced with, will be a difficult problem and you will struggle with it at a later stage. I'm not saying that problem which is closer to you will be the best problem. But if you have some reason also beyond this, if you have some reason that why this problem is so important to be solved, that could be the another approach where you are seeing that people's suffering, people's challenges, could be the way to see whether this problem should be taken and whether this problem should be solved. So that's the second approach. If you're liking it and if there are people who are really wanting this type of solution, then you should take it up. I think third approach, third stage could be uh, uh, whether this is a viable sort of like possible sort of like problem, whether this problem is really solvable problem. Because there are multiple problems which are unsolved problem, and there are multiple problems which can never be solved. If you have some understanding that you have certain ideas which are going to work in this scenario, and you will be able to get some breakthrough when you take up this problem, and the problem will be solved, you will be able to move further, then I think you should look into that aspect at a third stage. This is my approach. I'm just telling you my approach. First is like something I like. Second, something which is affecting people, and there are a good number of people who are affected by it. That gives a motivation. Third is like whether it is solvable or not. If it is not solvable, then there will be a challenge. You have to have some other motivation to continue working on it. The fourth is like the benefits you are going to gain out of it. If benefits are there, benefits could be in monetary terms, benefits could be in terms of like experiences, or maybe popularity because you have solved some problem which nobody has been able to solve, or maybe some other reasons which makes you feel that this is a benefit to you, and you will be able to gain those benefits when you solve this problem. Could be another sort of like way to look or evaluate your problems. Okay. Then comes maybe other factors which are like other influences, maybe somebody else telling you, somebody partner who is asking you to say to work on this problem, could be the other factors. And you can see whether there is a team who's working on it, whether there are multiple people who are working on it, whether resources, funding, or other sort of like benefits also going to come in. Could be other parameters. So larger parameters are this. You can make your priority. If you are going by benefits, then put it in first. Put it first in your criteria. If you want something which you like, and that is something should come after the benefits, then that way you can make a sort of like hierarchy or maybe preferences, and then look at your problem. You will never be able to solve two problems together. It is extremely difficult at this stage when you are students, when you are learning as well as you are experimenting. My suggestion is like take up something which you like, which you feel is a serious problem and requires to be solved. Yeah. So
Apart from this, there is one more thing I need to say, that thank you everyone. You have shared a lot of after giving the task yesterday.